Hello, everyone.
Hey.
All right, we're back here. We're gonna do some Bob-omb Derby with Shy Guy
Yeah.
because that's one of his star missions, and we need coins anyway. You
And
know,
everyone knows Shy Guy hits bombs.
yeah. And I'm feeling a little crazy, so I'm gonna go hard.
Shy
Come
Guy.
on.
Shy Guy is basically like Barry Bonds or something, you know? He's juicing up.
Yeah. You don't know what's going on
Clearly.
under that mask.
He doesn't
Come
actually have a
on.
face. He
Oh
got
man.
his face
Oh
surgically
come on.
he got his face surgically altered so that all the muscles in his face just went straight to his biceps instead.
Yeah.
So he can just hit ridiculous home runs. I mean, he's only using
Come
one hand,
on.
for Pete's sake.
Yeah.
He can't use two because the umpires would notice. They'd be like, this guy's ridiculous.
A lot of people only use one hand for some reason, man. Why can I not hit anything? I don't understand what's going on.
Seems a slight bit laggy, actually.
I mean,
Maybe
it's
it's just my
perfect on my end, but I wonder if I'm like getting input lag or something.
maybe.
Cause I just this never
Maybe it's just
happened.
hard. Maybe it's just harder on the Star Cup.
I don't think
You're not
so.
doing you're not doing like that bad, so maybe you'll just try one more time.
Yeah, I mean
You
that's
were
enough
only
for a star
500
mission
off.
still.
Yeah.
It's not any coins, but that should get him the star mission. Because I don't think you actually have to win. You just have to get above 1,000. Yeah, there we go. Well, whatever. I don't actually care about getting the eggs too much right now.
You almost have the star mission completed for him. You gotta get 5 strikeouts and something else.
Make a big play.
You could probably
Getting
get
5
both those.
strikeouts isn't easy though.
I mean, could do it.
Yeah, I mean I'm trying. I'm gonna switch Yoshi and Birdo. Cause Yoshi has chemistry.
You know, I'm thinking about it. Maybe Shy Guy. Maybe he has like that T-Rex sort of thing going on where he has really stubby arms, but he has tons of power.
Yeah.
So you can only use. Because if a T-Rex was batting, he would only use one hand. So maybe it's like that.
Let's see, we should find out. The T-Rex from Odyssey should be a playable character in the next Mario Baseball.
Uh, maybe, you know, actually, I did just think of a way that could totally work. Is, you know how, I mean, everyone has their little star power. Mario's is always stupid fireballs, which I get it, that's his, like, thing, but it's kind of lame. So maybe if they made another, when he activates the star power, all of a sudden, uh, he throws his hat at
Oh,
a
come on.
T-Rex that's sitting in the stands or something, and then he's a T-Rex batting. That's his new star power.
No, I said on the last one, it should be that he throws his hat at the ball, and then you can just control the ball.
Uh, that
That'd be
would work
pretty
too.
cool.
Maybe that would be his pitching one, but for batting, definitely the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Surprised they haven't made Chain Chomp
Jeez.
playable character yet.
Just got a big lightning flash.
Lightning.
Hope my power doesn't go out.
Oh, like in real life.
Yeah. Hear that thunder?
A little bit, yeah.
Ooh.
It's always weird when it's storming where you are, because it's not storming where I am.
Yeah.
It's supposed to
Man.
storm in 2 days.
Storms here like every day.
It actually said originally on the weather when I looked up this week, because I look it up at the beginning of each week just to see, that it was gonna rain. I mean, it was gonna storm every day this week, and luckily it hasn't at all. Like, I think the storm just totally missed us,
Hmm.
but now it says just Saturday. But it's like hard to believe because like every time it says it's gonna rain, it doesn't. It's actually been relatively dry this summer for us.
Yeah. It's very hard to predict weather accurately.
Yeah, especially like a week ahead of time.
Weather falls under this branch of math called chaos theory, which I think is pretty self-explainable.
Yeah.
It's very chaotic. It basically means something like where if you change the initial conditions, the outcome can change drastically.
Yeah. Good old man.
Yeah, it's kind of math. It's, I don't know. It's like a combination of subjects. It's not always counted under math, but because like weather isn't counted under math. That's more like science.
Well,
Oh, come on.
another thing about weather, and I mean, don't quote me because I'm not exactly an expert, but I feel like a lot of times when they say things, it's sort of like them predicting like this will probably happen because the conditions are right. But sometimes conditions are perfect for things and it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, I mean that's
Like
why they give percentages on the weather.
yeah, that's like that. I remember that show Storm Chasers.
Mm.
They were always tracking down the tornadoes by being like, okay, so there's perfect conditions for a tornado here, so there probably is going to be one. But then sometimes there just wouldn't be because even even though there's perfect conditions, a 99% chance of a tornado that'll still fail one out of every 100 times. So
Hmm.
if you're doing it enough, you'll notice a lot of failure.
Yeah, and I mean it's perfect conditions from our point of view, but we can't really look at things on like a very like a molecular level or something,
Yeah.
where the changes are actually happening. So to us, it looks like perfect conditions, but if you go down um, to that level, maybe it's not. We just
Yeah.
can't tell
Another
the difference.
one thing about like storms I never understand is like there's an entire area of the U.S. that is just they get like 30 tornadoes, like strong tornadoes, a year in that one like area. It's like why would you ever want to live there?
Maybe it's cheap.
Dang. I mean maybe, but still, it's like I still wouldn't want to live there. I mean I live in Michigan, and I don't even want to be here because it gets cold.
Yeah.
Let alone if there was a tornado every 3 weeks.
The nice thing about Michigan, is like it gets cold, but that's about it. There's not really any natural disasters. There's no hurricanes. There's very rarely tornadoes. There's like no earthquakes. There's really
Yeah.
nothing to worry about. It's pretty predictable as far as natural things go.
The only thing that stinks is like unexpected blizzards, because like I don't know where you live. Let's say when it snows a bit, like everything shuts down. They're like, we'll be fine. We should probably not go out. And then here, there's like a blizzard, and there's a foot of snow on the ground, and they're like, you're still coming into work today, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, I have a tiny, tiny car, and
Get out of here with that, Nookie.
I think like if you live here, it's
What am I supposed to
a
do
lot.
here?
I don't know. Just beam them. Get the double play.
I can't. Like, that made it
Yeah.
impossible for me to get a double play. It wasn't even fair.
That's that star difficulty. Yeah, I think if you live here, you have to at some point start driving like an SUV or something, because they just
Oh,
don't
come
make
on!
they just don't make sedans that are good in snow.
I don't know. I never had a problem driving in snow in my Focus.
I don't know.
People just want to be able to drive at, like, the same speed and not have to change their driving at all. When that's not how it works. You
I
just
didn't
have to
think
slow down.
I didn't think it was so bad until um I went um I don't know how to explain the story. My girlfriend, she lived she went to college a little farther away, and one time I was driving out there, and you kind of got to go on some country roads, and so they're not usually very well plowed, but
Hmm.
they're kind of windy at the same time. And there's no real better way to get there. Like, there's no highway that goes directly there. Like, this is the fastest, best way, and you just have, it's inevitable. You have to go on some country roads. And one time I went on them, and it was just the whole, like, I don't know, 15, 20 mile stretch of that road was just one big ice sheet. But then there was so many like people in like big lifted trucks and crap that were still trying to go like super fast, like it was like
Yeah.
a challenge or something.
Yeah, and
And I'm
they're the
sitting
ones you
there.
always find in ditches.
Well, yeah, I did see a lot of people in ditches that day, but I drive a pretty small car, and it really made me feel like unsafe because either one of them's gonna hit me. It's really hard to control on ice. Like it's hard to stop at all. It's hard to go. It's hard to properly align yourself on a curve or something. That's when
The
I was like, man, I don't want to do this ever again.
the trick to driving in snow is you just have to slow down to like very slow speeds. Like I'm talking like 20 miles per hour or less, and people are just not willing to do that.
Yeah, snow I don't have as big of a problem. It's mainly the ice. Like snow, I can usually get it done. Obviously, there's still some idiots. One time I was driving to, this was back when I was in high school. I was driving to school, and there's one road in particular where it goes. There's a pretty long curve, and the speed limit goes from being 45 to 55, and I'm taking it slow because I'm not a moron. And there's this guy in like this big truck that speeds around me super fast, and he just spins out in front of me, and like his car like falls into a ditch, and I was
Mm.
like, well, I could have seen that happening from a mile away. But then I was so distracted by him doing that because I was like, haha, stupid idiot, what the heck were you thinking? I was so distracted by that that all of a sudden I realized I'm not focusing properly, and I'm like, oh god, I'm about to spin out. I had to like quickly adjust. I was like, oh,
Yeah. Nice. There's a star mission for Yoshi to make 3 tongue catches in one game, but I think it's not until flower difficulty. Oh, come on. What are you doing, baby Luigi?
we're already past flower difficulty.
I mean, special difficulty.
No,
The last one.
it's probably because they just make it ridiculously hard at that point.
Ooh.
I would really like to live somewhere someday where it's just not like I don't mind snow, but like not so much. Maybe just a little.
Yeah, man, I bought a shovel last year and a big bag of salt. Never opened it.
Yeah.
Man.
And like I feel like where you live also it doesn't get like crazy hot. Like it's not Florida or something where it's like you boil in summer. It's like it's pretty hot, but it's not like
It gets
gonna
just as humid. It's almost 100% humidity every day.
it's Florida.
I mean, we're almost at 100% humidity every day, so
Yeah.
it's just as bad as
Well,
Florida's humidity.
in Michigan, it gets pretty humid as well. Maybe not as often, but I mean, just I think it's probably because of the Great Lakes. It just
Yeah, I mean, it's not nearly as bad in Michigan as it
yeah.
is here. I kind of miss like, I was kind of the same way. Like, I was excited to move more south so that I would be, like, um, out of the cold, because I hate the cold. But the
Yeah.
problem is I don't have air in my car. So,
Wow.
like, from, like, May until like October, it's like terrible driving in my car.
Well, I have good air conditioning in my car. It's like the only thing that's still pretty good in my car. My car is pretty beat up at this point, but the air works.
Yeah, I mean, I could fix it. I just like my car's so old. I don't really want to put that much money into it.
Yeah. Our uncle had a similar issue where he had an old car and didn't have like a good AC unit or whatever. And what he did is he found this like thing. I don't know if it was on the internet or where he found it, but it was like a little clip-on like little desk-sized fan, that
Mm-hmm.
just plugs into like the cigarette lighter. I thought that was
Mm.
pretty neat. Probably
Yeah,
not that safe, but
yeah.
who knows?
All right, I gotta get a home run with Birdo. Wario's like the easiest one to do it on. Of course, I don't though.
I've looked into like places that stay pretty consistently the same temperature and humidity all year, and
Yeah, they're
I
very
mean,
expensive to live in.
yeah, I was gonna say,
It's basically the Pacific Northwest.
I think people caught on to the same idea as me because they're ridiculous. Do you see Birdo's face right
Ooh,
there?
no.
Oh my gosh, Birdo's face was just like super glitched out. You're gonna have to look back at the recording. Her her like snout was like 10 feet in front of her face, and then her face was just not there.
Nice.
But yeah, basically the only places, at least in the US, that stay the same kind of temperature is like San Francisco. That's about it.
I mean, I think like LA and Arizona, that area stays the same temperature. It's just maybe not the temperature you want.
Yeah, it's just I prefer like somewhere where it's like between 65 and 75 most of the year, because that's like my type of weather. I like wearing
Yeah.
my I maybe even like a little lower. Like I like wearing jeans and sweatshirts for the most part.
Yeah. That's why San Francisco's so expensive.
Yeah. There's probably other countries and stuff where you could find pretty good weather. Like I don't know about it. If this is a great example, but other than the constant rain, I don't really hear people complain about UK's weather so much.
I think it gets really cold there.
I don't know. Maybe it does. I just never hear about people complaining about it.
Haven't you seen Harry Potter?
Oh yeah, I guess so. I think one of the things about there is like, and I mean, I might catch flack for this, but it's just, I'm fairly certain this is statistically true. Is like their road system is set up a lot better,
Yeah.
as far as I know, at least. And I think it just makes it easier when bad weather does come, because they're kind of prepared for it. Like they know it rains all the time. They design things around that.
Mm-hmm. Well, if I finish him off in 3 batters, I'll get Boo. He's pretty
Yeah,
easy to get to star character.
you gotta finish off all these strikeouts so you can get that Shy Guy star character.
There you go. I'm gonna strike out the side. I'm gonna have an immaculate inning. Do you know what that is?
Where you do all strikeouts with no balls.
3 strikeouts on 9 pitches.
Uh, so yeah, just no foul balls either.
Yep.
Oh,
We
Could
could have
be
one
even
foul
better.
ball. Got him. Thought he could get that past me. Didn't know he was messing with.
yeah. I've always liked the idea of living in the UK, but I think it's really expensive there for like expensive compared to the US at least.
He
Like
won.
I think you get a lot more space here for the same price. what I've gathered at least.
Depends where you live. There's lots of places here that are crazy expensive,
Yeah.
like San Francisco or New York.
I don't know. A lot of countries sound really nice to live in.
All we
I
gotta
think
do
the
is win
main-
with a shutout.
It's not too bad.
But that means I have to have him at pitcher instead of Shy Guy.
Well,
That's
I think
okay.
Boo's more important to get a star character for because he's a really good pitcher.
Yeah. I'd like to
always
live
thought
up
it-
in Canada.
It's too cold.
It's worth it, man.
I was gonna say I think I would really enjoy living in Japan, but just the fact that I would have to learn Japanese, most likely.
Yeah, I've been trying to learn Japanese actually. Just like slowly, like learning it a little bit. It's very difficult.
Yeah. I would
Like,
imagine.
I'm only just now getting to, it's been like a couple of weeks and I'm just now getting to the point where I can recognize some of the letters, or quote unquote letters. Like,
it's more
you know,
like
their characters.
Characters.
I can recognize some of them, but if you ask me to like draw it from memory, I wouldn't be able to still.
Yeah. But yeah, I've always thought it would be cool to live there.
Yeah.
I feel like their country is set up in a very nice way, like government and just geographically wise, you know.
Yeah. It's honestly like the only country outside of North America that I have any desire to visit.
I mean, I would visit like the UK and maybe like France or something, but
I just don't care to that much. Like, the thing with me is like I don't really want to take a plane all the way across the ocean. And
yeah,
Japan's the only one that would be like worth it to me. Like, I'd like to visit those places, but not like that badly. Not badly enough to take a cross ocean flight.
well, I think that's
Ooh.
why a lot of people they
Oh, they got me. They got me. Oh, no, they didn't.
I think that's why a lot of people they just go to one of those countries and then they take a train or a car to all the other ones.
Yeah. I just like, I'm not that interested in visiting Europe in general.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be cool to like live there, but I don't know how much you would get out of visiting.
Yeah, living there would be cool. But you'd have to learn another language probably, depending on where you live.
I mean, not in England.
No.
I think a lot of Europe has kind of adopted the fact that they just that I think they've adopted English kind of, maybe not fully, but I know like in a lot of those countries, most people can speak two languages, their own
Yeah.
and English.
I mean, you could visit and you'd be fine just speaking English, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
I think it would be pretty annoying to live there if you didn't, like, start learning the language.
Yeah.
I think it would get harder and harder the more time you spend there.
Yeah. Depends on where to. Like probably Spain or Italy would be pretty tough, but like France, you could probably get away with it. Also, I think French is kind of generally considered one of the easier languages to learn. At least like the basics of.
Yeah. I mean, French is about the same as, like, Spanish. If you already know some Spanish, then French follows pretty easily. They're
Yeah.
very similar. German is, like, the closest one to English.
Which is weird because whenever I hear people speak it, it sounds so far off, I guess.
Yeah. A
Well,
lot of
we
the spellings, like, you can usually look at a word, though, and you can be like, oh, that's probably means this because it's so close to the English.
Yeah. I think if you started out in a different country and spoke a different language, English would definitely be the hardest language to learn.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, that's what they
Everything's
say.
Everything's so different. Like it like kind of makes me glad I learned English first because it seems like so much of the world just speaks it anyways that you could kind of go
Yeah.
anywhere. But like at the same time, it's like just feel bad for anyone trying to learn it.
Yeah.
That's why it always like is so stupid when people are mad at people for not knowing English when they come to the U.S. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
man, let's see you try to learn it. I mean, like, it's one of those things. Like when those same type of
Nice.
people, if they went to France or something, you think they spend tons of time learning how to speak French beforehand?
Oh,
Like,
come
probably
on.
not.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Pianta?
Yeah, I tell you, man,
That was like
he's
a
got
no
that
doubter.
he's got that arm. He's swinging a whole tree for Pete's sake.
One-handed. Oh, there goes my shutout. It's
Yeah.
probably too late to get the strikeouts, but we'll try. Actually, let me put Boo over at third. Because he's at least got that big jump.
Yeah.
And this guy strikes before it even, like, enters the little circle there.
Excuse me.
Oh, I'm only in the first still? Thought I was
Yeah.
further than that. Maybe I could still get the strikeouts.
Oh man, something caught in my throat there. Apologies to anybody who thinks that my coughing was gross.
It's easier to get the 5 strikeouts when you're playing on special difficulty, though, because you're playing 5-inning games instead of 3-inning games.
I was thinking about it. You could probably do it on Bowser's team, but Bowser's team's kind of hard.
Yeah. Jeez, man. Alright, I got the thing with Yoshi. So let's see how we're doing with him. I got the triple. Pitch and bat with the egg ball. Reach base on a bunt with the bases empty.
Hey, go for that.
Aw, man. It's too hard. Right direction, too much power. Yoshi doesn't know his own strength.
Pianta does.
Pianta doesn't even have a mouth.
He's like, don't worry, let me rip another homer. He doesn't need a mouth. Actually, yeah, how is he making that noise?
That's like
It
him
must be-
trying to talk, and that's the noise that happens.
It's coming from his nose.
Yeah. Come on. Whew. That like animation takes way too long. I think Pianta's about to try to steal. I got my eye on him. He looks shifty over there. He's not even looking. He's just looking at his coach.
No, he's staring down the first baseman. It's an intimidation thing.
Nah, he's just listening to hear the garbage can hits.
Did you see the Astros third base? Or no, it was their hitting coach. He was like egging on a player
Yeah.
from the Athletics to come fight him. It's
Yeah,
like,
he got
really?
suspended for 20 games.
I know, it's like really. The hitting coach is like, come at me, man. And when I first heard about it, I was like, well, you should never charge anybody, so I don't really care about this whole situation. And then I watched it and I was like, yeah, I feel kind of bad for that guy. He got hit like 3 times in a game.
And it doesn't help that everybody hates the Astros.
Yeah, well, he got hit 3 times in one game. And, I mean, they all looked kind of like they weren't on purpose. But then, obviously, he was mad about it. He was like, you gotta be kidding me. I got hit 3 times this game. And then the stupid coach starts being like, come at me, man. Like, really? Of course he's gonna be mad when the coach is egging him on.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Coach still thinks he's playing college ball or something.
Oh, I don't know what I was doing there. I hit it way too late. Brain didn't register the ball was coming. Get back! Ooh.
Pianta's like, yeah, I could have got you out if I wanted to move.
I had a big launch. You can tap. You can have this one.
He's still walking off that homer.
Yeah, I don't want Pianta. You can keep him.
I saw a video one time that was kind of interesting because I was like looking at something about they do like camps sometimes for not like full on camps, but like you spend like 1 or 2 days going to the same place where usually it's like goalies for hockey, or I'm sure they have it for soccer, or I'm sure they have it for like positions in football or whatever, but basically they have whole conventions sort of where it's like a bunch of goalies or something that go and they train from like really good goalie coaches and stuff. And it's like if you're a goalie, it's kind of like you're in your habitat because it's just a bunch of other goalies.
Yeah.
And I was like looking at this thing about how like being a goalie in hockey takes like it's like a really weird position to put yourself in because you have to just sit there and wait for someone to come like shoot a rubber, you know, like a decently heavy like rubber piece of rubber at your face for like the whole game, and like that's your job is like sit there and like get hit by the thing that everyone else is kind of trying to avoid getting hit by.
Yeah.
And then so I was looking at how that kind of takes like a special mindset, and then I saw one where it was like the same type of deal but for like catchers in baseball. And I thought it was really weird because it was like a camp where it was like I think it was a bunch of catchers training for like AAA baseball or something. And it was like they had like 100 catchers at this one camp, and I don't know why. That was like really weird to me because it kind of makes sense for like goalies and stuff, but like that many catchers seems like
Bringing in my
it's not
ringer.
yeah, I don't know. It seems like for catcher in baseball, there's not enough like nuance to it to have a whole camp, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like you would get enough practice just practicing and playing the game.
Do you remember when you were a catcher in baseball and you would just like run forward every single time the ball was thrown to you?
Well, I think it's important to realize that I was like 8 years old. So
it's not that important.
I think it is. I had a thing for a long time where I always wanted to be like the guy that gets the thing thrown at him. I wanted to be catcher in baseball, goalie in hockey.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I played like lacrosse or something, I would have been goalie in that.
3 strikeouts. Did we get anybody? No.
Nope.
Got a couple of star missions here with Yoshi.
You want to try the Bob-omb thing one more time before we end this one?
I guess. I don't really have anybody who's good for it.
Well, with Shy Guy.
Yeah, I guess.
Now that you got your hitting,
maybe Birdo.
A little better.
I think Birdo has to do the gem one.
Yeah, I would just do it with Shy Guy again.
I don't know which one's the best hitter.
I don't know. They're all built-in homers.
Yeah. Gotta start me with the fire. Now it's gonna
Just
throw me
test-
like a mushroom just to throw me off.
Just to test you out, man.
Oh, jeez. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, it got it.
I'll take it.
I don't know. Might have to review that one.
The crowd is like the current MLB.
Cardboard cutouts.
Yeah. Except they're moving a little.
I did see that. Like, I guess some are keeping it totally empty, and some are doing the cardboard cutouts. But I just thought that they just probably took random people from like the last game of the season or something. I guess it makes sense that they
Oh,
do it
come
this
on.
way. But they like what they did actually was they like auctioned them off. Like you could pay
Yeah.
money to get like yourself as the cardboard cutout.
Dang it. Come on.
If I did it, I would do like the funniest face I could think of, like a triple chin face or something. I don't know. That's
I
pretty
got
funny.
the exact same score as last time, almost.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, man. Just can't hit it today.
I don't know.
Oh well. Alright, well.
I like
Maybe
how
we'll try
happy
one of the other
Deontay
mini
is.
games next time.
Yep.
Alright,
There's
well.
only one left that we didn't do, so
Yeah. Alright, well, we'll see you guys then.
yep. See ya.
Bye.